So you have been thinking of moving to Kitchener, Ontario, and you are a buyer working in the price range of under 700,000, and you're wondering what can you really find these days here in Kitchener? Well, stick around, because right here in this video, you see that end unit townhome right behind me. We're gonna take you on a tour of this townhome that a client of mine just closed on this past week. This could be a great example for someone looking for something that's not too old. Freehold townhome, completely freehold, no portal whatsoever, and it is only about 15 years old in a very nice and a family-friendly, desirable neighborhood of Kitchener, Ontario. So I'm gonna get you inside, take you on a tour of this home, and we'll talk about the pros and the cons of something like this. So stay tuned and let's get right into it. And just before we get started, if this is your first time to this channel, be sure to subscribe and tap on that bell for notification so you are the first to learn about the current market in and around Kitchener-Waterloo. My name is Dharmik Dixit. I am a local real estate agent here in Kitchener-Waterloo. I do get calls, texts, emails from people just like you who are looking for help in making their move in and around Kitchener-Waterloo, and I absolutely love it. So whether you are thinking of moving in 9 days or 9 months, be sure to reach out. You can call me, text me, email me, or even schedule a Zoom call. All the info is right below in the description. I'll be more than happy to help you make a smooth move in and around Kitchener-Waterloo. So let's get started. I am gonna get inside. You can see this nice porch that is covered, not just from the front, but also from the side. So, you know what it does, obviously it does give you added privacy, especially with this, walkway, sidewalk that's going right next to your home. So very thought through by the previous owners to do that. But let's get inside and talk about this home. All right, so let's dive right in. So right as you enter, you have this nice and open foyer, and that door is basically your two-piece washroom. You do have a coat closet here, which I'll take a look at and show you guys in a moment. And that's your garage entrance. Now, on this side of the main entrance is you have double wide closets for your coats and shoes. The space, this house, you're looking about 1,200 square feet, above grade living space, and you are looking roughly around 400 square feet, give or take, in terms of the finished basement space, which has a nice and open rec room, which we will look at. Now you have tile flooring throughout. Let's take a look at this two-piece powder room. Now that's your two-piece powder, pretty good size actually. It's kind of diagonally located in a way. So pretty standard. You could use some updates with this vanities, mirrors. Obviously the fixtures and the finishes you will see in this house are not cosmetically updated, like it's not the current standard finishes. And I will go into the pros and the cons, but let's take a look at this garage size, if I can find the lights. Yeah. So again, you're looking about just over 20 feet wide lot. The garage is a standard size single car garage. You could fit in an SUV in this one. And then you have this nice small passage leading up to the kitchen area. And let's take a look at the kitchen. So it's nice and spacious actually. That's what we liked. So just to recap, that's the foyer where we came from, and in case you're wondering, this door to the right is what's leading up to the basement, and of course we have stairs leading to the second level. But take a look at this kitchen area for a moment. Bringing back my point, this is laminate countertops, old cabinetry. You could update this kitchen on any given day for sure. It's you could put quads, you could put some custom the backsplash, and of course the cabinetry could be updated as well with the current more modern colors and the finishes. But the space itself in the kitchen, that's what we talk about. In 700,000, you don't get big enough kitchen sizes. That's the most common problem I find with my clients, especially the first time home buyers. I mean, the number of appliances we have right now these days, like your air fryer, your instant cooker, your toaster oven, all those things, like you need ample counter space, and that's what this house has. Even just this cabinetry, even under the island, that gives you ample storage space, not having to put any extra pantry or something like that. And right across it we have this nice and open flowing, like from the kitchen area, we have nice and open flowing into the dining area. So this would be a dining area. Talk about updates. You could update this light fixture from Costco. If you're handy enough, you can do it yourself, or maybe have someone to come over and do it for you. But yeah, those are the cosmetic updates you could do use in this house. So let me show you this whole entire living and dining area to give you guys an idea on the space. So what my clients liked is the fact that there is not a single wall between kitchen up to the living and dining, so which is pretty good. And also we like the fact it's east-west exposure, so lots of natural light flowing through. We were here in December and it was still a gloomy day just like this, and we could stand here and see everything without, like there was still lots of natural light flowing through this extended patio door that brings ample natural light. So, and this deck is updated. Obviously it's covered in snow right now, but it's fully updated with the vinyl composite. And because of this oversized deck, you don't have a lot of side and backyard to maintain during those summer months. So not a lot of lawn to cut despite having an end unit. Otherwise, ask me about it, like you can go crazy with this, one of the end unit and corner lots. Lots of maintenance during those winter and summer months, but not with this house because of oversized deck, and which you can actually use to your benefit. Now let's head upstairs to the second level. Talk about natural light. That window, I'll show you guys, like when you head to the second level, it brings so much light into this area. Like these things matter. So that, just to give you an idea, we're looking at a 4-piece washroom. We're looking at the linen closet, which is weirdly placed. I'll show you when you open it. It's a bit weird layout for the linen closet. And we have 2 good-sized bedroom actually. So it's a 3-bedroom layout. Let's look at this first bedroom. Pretty good size. I would say it's about 10 by 12 maybe. You have 1 window and a standard size closet here. And right next to it, so let's take a look at this linen closet. And you know how I said it's weirdly placed? You open this, and to access it, you still have to go inside. So not a deal breaker, and it could also be slightly bigger, like it's one of the smaller ones. But I like the fact that they haven't used the linen closet to take up the washroom space. If you look at the washroom, it's a good sized washroom, guys. We spoke about it earlier. These are the things that could use cosmetic upgrades, like this mirrors, even this washroom light fixtures, and this vanity. Of course, we have laminate here, old cabinetry that kind of goes with the kitchen cabinetry. So they haven't updated the cosmetics of the home, but I can tell you we did the inspection and it all came clear. Under $100 in expense with the small door hardware's not functioning the way they should be and all those things. But other than that, the bones were good. The house inspection came clean. You can see the secondary bedroom. Still about 10 feet wide, 10 by 10 I would say, approximately. And these 2 rooms next to each other falling onto the front of the house. Roof is also pretty good shape. Not a single shingle that we found that's out of the place. So roof is in good shape. I think it was redone in last 5 years or something. As we come out, just look at that window that brings a lot of natural light. And the other side of the house, the back of the house, is where we have the master or primary bedroom. I would have liked an extra window, like maybe 1 window there, 1 window there, instead of just 1 small window there. That's one thing I told my clients, like, it could have been better and it would have brought more light into the room. But yeah, if I talk about the size of this room, pretty good size. Like you basically combine these 2 rooms on the other side of the house, and that's the size of this room. So it's a really good size, and I like the fact that it's a double closet for his and her. And a closet this size, you could actually organize. Like you can put some built-in shelving and whatnot to really organize the space. That's to give you an idea on the back of the house. The backyard, fully fenced. Fences are in good shape, and that's the side lot, like the walkway. And then you have your nice sized deck actually. Pretty good sized deck to entertain friends and family during those hot summer days. Maybe not now. Let's take a look at the basement now. The basement is carpet, but it's a good space, a good sized rec room that is rectangular in shape. Like from where I'm standing to give you guys this angle, you can see it's rectangular in shape, so you can make good use of the space. And also, one thing to note is you have a fire exit here. So I'm not saying you can make a legal basement here, but this is the egress window as per the fire code. Like this is 30 by 30. So that does pass it for the fire code standpoint. And this door is where we have a rough-in washroom. This is what we liked. You can add an additional washroom, that too of a good size. You can see there's ample space. And the best part is it will not take up the space in this rec room. So otherwise that would have made this rec room very, very small. And that's this side is where we have a laundry room. Appliances are in good shape. And this is where we have good sized laundry room, and that's the the cold room under the porch, where we have a sump pump. Inspector actually did recommend adding a battery backup, but yeah, that's the house. Right, so now that we have looked at the house, let's talk about the pros and the cons. If you were a client of mine, if you were to sit down and look at the pros and cons of a house like this, I mean, obviously I would need to know exactly what you're looking for to discuss those pros and cons. But if we were to talk generally speaking, then let me talk about the pros. So the house is fairly new, under 15 years old, which is pretty good. Located in a desirable neighborhood of Pioneer Park, right at the border of Huron South and Pioneer Park. So lots of great schools, Highway 401, I think 7 minutes from here. And you have a lot of young and growing families moving into this part of Kitchener. Also the fact that the home is completely freehold, under 700,000. It can be a tough cookie to cut in Kitchener, under 700 if you're on a tight budget, and find something that's equally new. And at the same time, it's an end unit townhome. So you only have neighbors sharing one wall with you. The other wall is not being shared despite it's being townhome. So those are some of the major pros. If I were to talk about the cons, you see it right behind me, this cabinetry, this countertops, all the fixtures, the light fixtures, even the carpet on the main floor. I mean, if you got kids like me, you would need to change these carpets right away, because it'll be incredibly difficult to keep them clean with the kids running around with the food and all the other stuff. I mean, because your dining area has carpet in it. So my client is not a young family, so they did not have that issue. And they said, well, yes, we are not a big fan of carpet on the living area, but eventually we can turn it and change it into something else more like laminate or hardwood. But they found what they were looking for within their budget without having to overstretch. Now I know some of you may find this house small, some of you may find it old, some of it may not appeal to everyone, and that's completely understandable, because you might be looking for a different house that fits all your criteria, and this may not be one. But what I can tell you is, if you were to go from, let's say, 7 to 750 in a similar neighborhood, similar age construction, you will be likely looking at bigger layouts and more turnkey homes that are cosmetically updated as well. But that's where you will have to decide whether or not you have the option to extend to 750. This client said, well, yeah, I know this house does not have everything that I'm looking for, but it has good bones, it has good layout, good space, and I can turn those cosmetic upgrades as I build some equity, as I save more money eventually. So that was the thought process me and my client discussed. But let me know in the comments below if there is anything you liked or disliked about this particular home. I would love to know your thoughts. And nonetheless, if you got some value, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and tap that bell so YouTube knows I'm doing somewhat good job here. And once again, do let me know in the comments as well whether or not you would like me to do more of these resale tours that gives you different perspective of a particular price point. I mean, there are hundreds of homes right now in this price range. So if there is a particular price point, particular type of home that you're looking for, and you want me to do a tour, let me know in the comments. I would be happy to do that. And finally, whether you are thinking of moving in 9 days or 9 months, be sure to reach out. All the info is right below. You can call me, text me, email me, or schedule a Zoom call. Like I said, I have people just like you who reach out to me every single day, and I love helping them. So once again, I hope you did get some value out of this video nonetheless, and I do hope to show you around town.